Hey guys, welcome back. So we're all navigating this new normal together, right? So I wanted to go through and do a video on this new normal and how I'm navigating it, because I'm right there navigating it with you. Maybe you want to get out and you want to put makeup on, but you don't know what kind of makeup to put on. You don't want it to wear off on your mask. So I'm gonna show you what I've been doing. When I do makeup now, I really just focus on the eyes and throw some lip balm on, because from here down, no one really sees, unfortunately. Which means contour, blush, bronzer, all of that. It's a thing of the past right now. So we're gonna take some CoverGirl Clean Fresh Skin Milk. I'm gonna take a Jeffree Star foundation brush, and I've already gone through and done my skincare, and I've noticed with this product, I don't want to put a primer on because this is essentially a tinted moisturizer. And when I go through and I put primer on with it, I've noticed it gets chunky and weird. And it's not meant to have a lot of coverage, which is kind of what we're looking for right now. We're just looking for something to even out our skin tone. Because y'all don't want to be wasting your expensive foundations and everything right now when you really can't show it off. So now we're going to go in with some Pretty Vulgar concealer. This is their undercover concealer. And I'm really just going to focus it right there and right there. This is the shade Little White Lies, I'm sorry. Every time I want to say the name of this concealer, I always want to say Pretty Little Liars. Every time. Alright, so I'm just going to go under my eye with this. This is going to be a super easy, basic look that you can just throw on. And this has kind of been my go-to look when I'm not filming. That's literally it. I am going to take my 2 setting powders. I'm not doing just one because I do still need to set the rest of my face. Going in with a dry beauty sponge and my Morphe Brightening Pink. That's going to really just help set that under eye, but it's also going to help brighten, since we aren't going in with any contour today. Because your mask hides it. And we all really should be wearing masks when we're out in public, if not for your safety. And this is what how I've been looking at it. It's not for my safety. It's for other people's safety, because while I might not be a carrier, I might have come in contact with someone that's a carrier. And if I cough or I sneeze, I don't want to risk getting someone else sick. So we're just gonna lightly set our face. Actually, I'm gonna use a brush for this. This is just gonna prevent that skin milk from transferring on my mask, which I don't want. And it's also gonna add, the Wet n Wild translucent powder. It is translucent, but when it sets, it does almost add a little bit of coverage. Alrighty, we are set. I'm gonna put the Wet n Wild up. I'm gonna leave the Morphe out because it's not necessarily baking to make the concealer stay in place. If I were to leave it just like this, the concealer will stay in place. It's mainly going to be because I want to add that little extra brightness under my eyes, since that's what you're seeing. So we're just gonna lightly under our eye. I say lightly. I know on camera it doesn't transfer as lightly, but this is a very bright pink powder, so it looks like I'm putting a lot more than I really am. But I'm just gonna pop that under my eye. And now I'm gonna do my brows real quick. I'm gonna take some Lime Crime Bushy Brows Brow Gel, brush my brows up. This is just gonna help put a little bit of pigment, but not too much, so that I'm mainly gonna be filling in the spots I need to fill in, but I am also going to shape them. Sleek Makeup Coral. And that's it. Highlighter I do at the end. So we're gonna go ahead and fill in our brows off camera, and I'll be right back. Y'all don't judge my brows. Don't judge them. Don't do it. This is a rough time for everybody right now. People's brows included. Okay. All right. So just for a super easy look, we're gonna take ColourPop Butter Me Up. Might help if I grab a brush. Which one are you? We're gonna take a JS6, and we're gonna go into the shade Made to Last. When I say an easy look, it's gonna be an easy look. I'm going to just tap my eye because it did have some moisturizer on it. And I'm gonna pop Made to Last in my crease and blend. Same thing on my other eye. Tap because it had some. I need a mirror like actually in front of me. I'm looking at a mirror. I was like looking at a mirror that's like 2 feet away from me. All right. So has anyone else's skin like gotten so much better because of quarantine? Or is it, I mean, I know it's not just me, but like, y'all, my skin looks the best it's ever looked. No joke. Okay, using that same brush, we're gonna go into the shade Reckless very lightly. This is gonna be a super, super easy look, guys. And I'm gonna just tap her on the outer part of our lid. And this is a very pigmented shade, so I haven't even had to dip in to it more than one time. I'm gonna take my JS or JH30. I'm sorry, the JH30. This is the Jaclyn Hill from the Jaclyn Hill brush collection, and this is the Beast Mode blender. And I'm gonna go into Made to Last, that first shade, and I'm just gonna soften up Reckless and help her kind of blend. I'm really just kind of softening where we laid that shade down. I'm not really too focused on blending it into the crease or anything like that. I'm just going in circular motions and tapping motions. And then if I really feel like I need to, I will go back in with that JS6 brush and get a little bit closer to my lash line. Go back in with the JH30, and I'm kind of brushing it inwards. It doesn't have to be perfect because I'm gonna literally go over it with a shimmer. This is just to add a little definition, because if you're like me, I know y'all are dying right now because you're probably used to wearing makeup and a lot of it every single day, and right now, and there's nowhere really to go. So this is the new normal, and we're all kind of working together here to navigate that new normal. Okay, let's go with a JH41. Let's just tap into a shimmer. See, I don't want to go full glitter, so let's go Tansy, which is this nice silver shade. We're just gonna, okay, that was way more pigment. It's been a second since I played in this palette. So that was way more pigmented than I intended. Way more pigmented than I intended. Take that JH30 and kind of buff it. It's not gonna soften up the color, but it will diffuse that outer part a little bit so that we can blend it in to that first shade we laid down on our crease. And we're gonna go back into that first shade, which was Made to Last. And we're just gonna kind of go over our crease with the JH30 brush. It's a little better. It's been a second since I played in this palette, y'all, no joke. Okay. Well, I wasn't intending on doing that dramatic of a look, but you know, things happen. Clearly. All right, let's go in with a JH40. Let's go into Made to Last, that just matte brown we went into first. Buff that on our lower lash line. And then we're gonna pop some eyeliner on and call it a day. I told y'all this is gonna be a really simple look. I do, using that same brush though, want to go into the shade the Big 3 and just pop that on my inner corner. Not that I need any more light on my eye right now, but you know, I'm in Rome. All right, so I don't want to use an actual eyeliner. I'm just gonna take, that's not the brush I want, this is the brush I want. This is a JH43. I'm gonna go into the shade Night Dream, which is like a shimmery black. It's a very pretty color. But I'm just gonna run that along my lash line here. Okay. All right, that's it. That's all we're doing. Okay, take a fluffy brush, dust off that Morphe powder. Set our face. I can't find it. I can't find my Jeffree Star setting powder, so we're gonna use some Wet n Wild setting spray. I'm sorry. You want to make sure your setting spray completely dries before you put on mascara. Otherwise, it's just gonna, it's not gonna be your friend. You don't want that. All right, I'm gonna take some Maybelline Falsies mascara. Not speak when I'm putting on mascara. It's just, it's almost impossible because I almost always mess it up. All right, so when your face is dry, just go in with a little bit of highlighter. Or a lot of it, who cares? It's quarantine. Y'all, as I like to tell people, y'all are lucky I'm brushing my hair. And this was the Wet n Wild Moon Tears, by the way. Okay. So because the mask covers my mouth, I just like to throw on some lip balm. I don't have my exact lip balm that I'm using in front of my face, but literally that's it. Now I don't have my exact mask in front of me either, so I'm just gonna show you how the look looks with a mask. Now make sure your mask is covering your nose. And as you can see, you still get that highlight showing through, and then your eyes. And then if you put a bronzer on, you'll have that on your forehead. This is not my mask. This is actually for my hair. But that's it, y'all. It's a quick, fun little look for quarantine. If you have to go to the store, but you don't want to go to the store without makeup. Or you know what, you just want to throw on some makeup to go to the store. Quick, easy, eye focused, because that really is going to be the focus. My main focus, especially when I've been leaving the house, is just making sure my skin looks fresh and dewy. But let's be realistic, I love makeup and I hate leaving my house without makeup. So that is it. This is the quick eye makeup focused. The rest of your face took me 3 minutes, 4 minutes. So thank you guys for joining me. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell, and I will see you in the next video.